Where do I even start? I was born in 1989, August 27th. 2 houses up the street from here. I bought this house about 5 years ago. This was my grandparents' house. I spent a lot of time here as a kid. A lot of time. Swimming in the pool, playing in the yard. Everywhere I look is a memory. Everywhere in the yard is a memory. Now everywhere I look in the house is a project. And there's floors that me and Mikey V did.
The journey has brought me to the boys, and in the boys we trust.
To the balusters right behind me, Nikki T did. Everywhere I looked is a signature of me and my friends. Home base group. I'm leaving here tonight. And there's a chance that perhaps I'd never set foot in this house again. I finally sold it. And to understand why is a long story. I never really wanted to sell this place, but I also never really wanted to buy it either. It just so happened. And then once I had it, I put so much love into it. Tried to create community, did create community here. An amazing group of guys and gals came through this place. And as much as they left their mark on this place, I'm certain that it left its mark on them. The past 2 weeks I've spent cleaning this place out. And the memories span from things that my grandparents had left here from maybe up to 50 years ago to recently acquired things, to my friends' stuff, beds, mattresses. Just interesting time to be going through all this with the COVID-19 stuff going on. My friends, people in general, aren't available to help. So it's been quite the project, mostly by myself. Thank you, Walter. Helped me out quite a bit. Walter was around, just got back from Zanzibar. So I'm leaving here tonight to begin a journey that I started dreaming about in about 2016. I wrote in my journal about how amazing it would feel to have a brand new Mercedes 4-wheel drive Sprinter van sitting in my driveway, and how badly I wanted to take that machine and see the world. But more so than that, to create space to see myself, to write, to focus on my meditation and my yoga. And I viewed that as my portal to space. Along my journey, I've found that as much as that is going to be a catalyst for my journey and a portal in many different ways, it's unnecessary. It's one way of many ways to go to the same place, which is ironically nowhere. It's just to breathe and be present. And I'm so grateful I have the tools I have now inside, as well as so many of the tools I have outside, to go on this epic adventure and to share love and passion and help inspire people to, and myself, important. I'm not trying to save anybody. I'm trying to inspire myself, and I'm inspired by others as as I do these things, as I go on these adventures. And I'm hopeful that we can together find and turn up the volume on our true north, on what it is that we're passionate about, what we're called to do, the places we're called to be. We're not supposed to just sit here. No, we weren't born to just sit here and stay in one place. And as much love and memories that I hold in this house, there are equal and greater two out there waiting. And I'm so blessed to have had the opportunity to create such a wonderful place that I can then leave. Because it's hard. It's really hard to leave. I've created a wonderful place here, a beautiful home. I got the pool, the 32 by 36 foot garage with the 10-foot doors, two 12 feet wide to fit my Sprinter, and all the things, right? That's half the issue. Things. Took weeks. It's taken years to be able to consolidate my life to a point where my things are more of tools than burdens, because that's what our possessions are, that's what our things are. They're meant to be tools. We usually acquired them initially to be a tool for something, whether it is for joy or for capturing a photo or a video like this. But then we gain this responsibility for the thing, like the camera. And suddenly, when you multiply that by all of these things, there's no space. There's no space to be creative, and these things own you, not in the sense that perhaps you own them where you don't owe any money on a thing, but they own you in the sense that they take up space, and your space, everything in your space takes up or rides on part of your bandwidth, because you have to be conscious of it. You have to know that it's there. Even if your conscious mind isn't thinking of it, your subconscious mind knows, I got that thing downstairs in the corner by the place that eventually I'm gonna do the thing with. It's all in there. And so as we move things out of our life and repurpose them, recycle them, what we're doing is we're opening up the space for our subconscious to operate at a higher level. Because I'm not held down or encumbered by all of these things. My creative energies are able to soar to another level that I wasn't even conscious of. And so that's a big part of this journey I'm going on. So the past few weeks hasn't been just throwing things in corners and, oh, I'll come back to this, or stashing all the stuff at my mom's house, or pawning things off on my dad. No. Of course, some things, yes, because we need to, there's stages to this. There's stages to this, and as we refine and refine and refine and refine, those things need to be dealt with properly. And so it doesn't, just because we could get a big crusher and crush everything and throw it all in a landfill, doesn't mean that's the way we should do it. You know, we can recycle this, recycle that, repurpose this, sell that. So it's a process. And I've been working on this process personally just in creating space since 2018. 2020 now, and I still have a ton of shit to deal with. But we're in a place now to step away from this home and pursue this next adventure. During this adventure, I'll be sharing all kinds of stuff. I'm going to be sharing my adventures like rock climbing and kite surfing and backpacking, to just meeting new people. I'm also going to be sharing the creative projects I'm working on, because I didn't just quit my job and quit all my things and just decide I'm going to go rogue. I actually built a company and built a job that I could use to support myself in this opportunity. Universal True North. We'll learn more about that later. But I've been working on that diligently for a year. almost a year today. Well, around this time, within a month or so. And I'm not making money. I'm not in a position where I'm like, oh yeah, I can go to do whatever I want now. No. I'm broke. Put myself in a position where the vision was the most important part. And so I was willing to let everything go to focus on the vision. Now, I've always wanted to go on this trip, but right now would seem like the worst time. I mean, for fuck's sake, we're on house arrest pretty much with this coronavirus thing, but the cards happened to come together, the things came together as far as a buyer, and this company is going to be on the verge of being profitable within, by the end of the summer, I'm hoping. So, I mean, I'm not getting rich by selling my house. I'm putting myself in a position where I can have an unencumbered heir, where my things are taken care of, my bills are paid, and I can pay back the people I owe money that have lent me money, just so that I can try to work on these visions, because oftentimes visions are very expensive to work on. They don't have to be, but in my experience, you have to be willing to put in quite a bit of time for usually money. You usually pay to work. I pay to go to work still. And I have for a long time. Since I founded Life Far Out in 2012, I've been focusing on working so that I can take my money and use it as a tool to share Life Far Out, or because it hasn't always been Life Far Out, it's been the idea of creating that. And so how I can create that lifestyle and find my passion and my true north, and maybe inspire others to do that, but without commercializing a product or a brand that I have no particular passion about. We have clothing, you guys have all seen that, but you can't even buy it. We don't make it. Life Art isn't a clothing line. That's something that represents what we're doing, and what we're doing is finding our true north. We're finding our passion. We're finding the thing that makes us alive. We're listening to our heart. We're listening to the subtle sensations that are deep inside of us. And on this journey that I'm going to take you guys on with my camera, I'm going to show you how I use the subtle vibrations of reality to listen to my heart and to listen to my passion. And so when people say, well, how did you know to do that? I listened. Oh, how were you able to just drop all these things and go and create this space? And how were you able to get this van and do that? I listened. And it is my life purpose to teach others how to listen. Because in teaching, I get to know the deepest level. And that's everything, because if you have a compass, put that compass on steroids. You have an internal GPS that knows exactly where to go, so that's going to give you the highest level of joy, the greatest fulfillment, and create a better world. Wouldn't you want to follow it? So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm doing. Back to the house. It's very emotional. It doesn't feel real yet. It doesn't feel as though I'm leaving right now. But my van's in the driveway. There's nothing left in this house that's coming with me. It's real. It's real as it gets. I may never set foot in this house again. And I have to be prepared to accept that. Once the bullet, I can't pull it back. So I close tomorrow at 9 a.m. I got a lot of stuff to catch up on, so I don't know how soon you guys will see this video. But thank you. Thank you for being there for me. So many people have been such an inspiration to me, inspiring me to share more and to do, and to be, and to listen. Some of my friends know me better than I know myself. I've had quite a few friends coach me into the reality that everyone gives up on their dreams, even if but for a second, at least at one point during the dream. If not for weeks, if not for months, if not for years at a time, we all give up on our dreams at some point. But when we have good friends, they remind us what our dreams are. And I have a lot of really, really good friends. And so I've been reminded many, many times when I gave up what my dream is, what my vision is. And that's been so helpful. That's been so important to me. And I'm so grateful for all my friends who have been there for me emotionally, physically, with helping, spiritually in my practice, my meditation. And my family, my ma, I couldn't do any of this without my ma. She's been such an amazing help to me. When no one else is around, I can count on my ma to poke fun at me while I lay a couple hundred bricks or rebuild a wall. And she helps, and she's the strongest, most powerful human of all the humans I've ever met. Supporting me with Reiki and guiding me with new skill sets and new tools to guide myself. Because ultimately, those are the most beautiful gifts. And those are the gifts I want to share. I want to help turn up that volume for others, or give them the tools that they can turn the volume up. So thank you, Ma. Thank you, Dad. My dad helped me in many ways, whether he knows it or not. My uncles, everybody's helped me. They may not even realize it. Even from what not to do. My brother, all my brothers, thank you. So come along, it's time to go. Jasper's waiting in the driveway, and expect weekly videos once I get in a rhythm. In a van build too. You guys probably want to see a van build. Everybody wants to see the van build. I'm gonna build a sweet ass van. It's gonna start a little rough, but that's the beauty of it. I want you guys to see, like, I didn't get a fully done out van. Wasn't able to sell my house and, you know, live in a nice comfy space and build this beautiful van and then go travel the world. No, no, no. I'm living out of a shell, and I don't have a proper place to stay. And it's gonna be a fuckload of an adventure. I'm scared as hell. I'm scared as hell to put the key in the door and lock it and walk out, because I no longer have a place to call home. But that's not entirely true. Because baby, I'm home.